Well, hello and welcome people on the internet to Shard Squad, a new creature-based bullet heaven, kind of similar to like a Temtem Swarm. The difference here, though, is that rather than having one creature that learns a bunch of different attacks, we're going to have a bunch of different creatures with one attack and kind of catching them along the road. If you want to check out this game for yourself, of course, after watching the video, link will be down below in the description as always. But let's just go ahead and jump right in. The game just drops us off right here in the middle of this treehouse, which is basically our little hub. And there's also a lot of creatures that you can actually start with. I haven't unlocked anything, so this is everything we start with. Now, I don't actually know if the typing of these creatures does anything other than is just like an aspect that you expect to see in a creature collector. I don't know if there's any strengths or weaknesses against certain enemies, but we do have some cool little concepts here. I don't know if this is based off another game. I couldn't find any like kind of how like Temtem Swarm is based off of Temtem. I couldn't find the game that this was based off of, so these might be kind of unique creatures. But we have Sid here, we got some stats, we got HP. I'm not sure the difference between these two. Maybe this is for every level up or something you get more HP. We have, looks like no regen, move speed, and number. I think number is the number of attacks. We have, what, Kiara here, who's our lightning kitty. We got Dex, Snarky, Lilac, Edge, so we got a flying bird. This one seems pretty cool, though. He has two different attacks, which is kind of different. Plus, he has a lot more health. Then we have Hop Hop. I think we're just going to start with Sid here. Sid kind of looks the coolest to me, although Edge is pretty dang close. Maybe if we have enough time, we'll do another run there. And up here is where we have our meta progression, and meta progression is just kind of the flat, you know, you put in some points and it gives you some stats. Okay, so we are on a pretty small island. There's not a lot of reason to move around, I'll say. You know, there's not like there's going to be any destructible items that you can go around breaking boxes, getting food, getting, you know, experience or magnets. It's just kind of, you can kind of just stay in one spot, which to me is a little underwhelming. I like having reasons to move around and look for stuff. But you can see here, we've already hit the edge of the map, and the top of the edge of the map is about the same distance from where we initially started. Now, one of my first impressions that I found was actually that movement is a little sluggish. So now we get to level up. I am just going to increase. We could go for movement speed, but the first bosses actually come fairly quickly, and so I'm going to want to increase my stats here, so that way we have some extra damage. That said, our attack looks like it is doing multiple hits, which is pretty good. Or actually, we saw before, we have a number of different attacks here. But what I was saying before, as far as my initial impression goes, movement is a little slow. It's a little sluggish, and one thing that you have to be, or that I'm really concerned about, is how low our health is compared to the damage that is dealt to us. We haven't taken a hit yet, but when we do get hit, which, you know, inevitably we will get hit, you're going to see how much damage we take, and it's quite a lot for, let's see here. So, in me saying that, you might think, hey, well, let's go to heals over time. This is not even remotely worth it, I don't think, compared to how much damage you actually take and how much, yeah. So there you go, 10 damage. So we have 4 hits, which I think would be fine if we were faster than the enemies. But as you'll see, as long as we make it a couple waves, there are enemies that are in fact faster than us, and quite a bit faster than us. And it kind of makes it tough. It's like, well, you're giving me enemies that are faster than me. No real way to recover, right? If I was slightly faster, I could have made my way through that. Unfortunately, let's see. I think here I'm going to have to go with, let's just go with strength and skill. We could go with skill cooldown, but I think we'll just go with strength and skills just to make sure that we can kill stuff. Right? I just wish that the base starting speed was just a little bit faster so we can kind of sneak through some enemies. But the way it is, you really have to stay quite far away from enemies, and, you know, it's kind of difficult to kind of loop your way back around to pick up the experience that you left, just because you're so slow. But we will do just that. We'll get a couple levels here. Hopefully, a Slecio, we can go ahead and get rid of him, and that should give us our first squad member here. So I do think we're just going to grab the movement speed here. You do kind of get a little movement speed boost when you level up here. Now, as far as what we want to get, Kai and Viv actually, while having 2 attacks, isn't that great. Honestly, any of these would be fine. I think I'm just going to go Snarky. Snarky is another, like, multi-attacker. And so you can see every time that we use an attack, we kind of throw out the, what I'm assuming is going to be a shard. Okay, we got a lot of experience. Let's go ahead and pick up all this. Yeah, so as far as the health regen goes, I don't know the exact time. I haven't, like, sat down to time it. But if I had to guess, it's probably, like, 1 health every between 5 and 10 seconds, which, to me, it's just, like, not even close to enough regen. Especially when you're not dropping... The only way that you get health items is by defeating the bosses. And it seems to me like it might be hard-coded in when you get heals. So I believe it's the third... It's either the 3rd or 4th boss, I believe, where you get a healing item. But that then means that you're not getting another squad member to increase the damage you're doing. Here, let's, again, take that movement speed. You can see already, because I've kind of slacked on taking the damage, this boss already is being quite a pain in the butt to actually take down. He's got a lot of health. One thing I will mention too, which to me seems like a very straightforward design choice. I'm surprised when... I get a little surprised when there are things that I think are so simple, yet don't make it into the game. That being, why on earth would you pick colors for experience that blend into the background? Why would you go with, like, a gray and green on top of muted green and saturated green instead of, like, orange or even like a, well, blue? Not really. Anything in the warmer tones, right, is gonna contrast with blue or green. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So I think I'm gonna have to go for flowers over time just to get something back. You know, even if it gets me to 21, that's an additional hit that I can take. But it's just like, even a lot of the enemies here, which you can't really help because there's going to be a lot of enemies to fight, but you've got blue and green enemies on top of green, and so it's just a lot of things that blend into each other. Now, granted, we are orange in this case, right? It's one of those things where, like, you know, if you're playing a bullet heaven that's like a sci-fi shooter, right? Most of your, like, I was going to say exoskeleton, that's not right, but like your spacesuits or whatever you're wearing, right? You can keep those pretty consistently, like a neutral color. But when you have all these different creatures here in this kind of art style, things tend to kind of blend together. All right, so now we have our first quest or event. Oh, we get another one. Okay, so let's go for... let's actually go for Lilac. I've never tried Lilac before. Okay, so it's just like a double slash. So fins are... Okay, so these flies are the ones that I believe are going to cause problems for us because they actually move pretty quick. And fins are these little guys that we got to take care of. Let's see. Let's just grab some more heal over time. Okay, we completed the event, so we got 3 rerolls, and I think what I might end up actually using those quite a bit. Especially with these guys. You can see they're just a little bit faster than we are. Now, luckily, they don't come, like, straight for us. They kind of fly around, so you do have some evasive maneuvers around them. But we don't have any kind of dash. We don't have any kind of evasive maneuvers, actually. And this guy is quite a bit faster than us. Or at least he was. Maybe I'm kind of the same speed because I've taken a few more movement upgrades than I did in my kind of test run. But it does look like this one is a little bit weaker in terms of health pool than the slime. Let's go ahead and strengthen up Lilac. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, we actually got through that. Okay. And it looks like that regen, now that we have a couple levels, is it doing, I think it's doing 3. So I think that each point in regen probably keeps it the same timing, but just gives you 1 additional point of regen. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're getting a little stuck. Okay, nope, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, so then that being the case, I think I might be good on the flower. Let's go for more of our own strength. And what do we get? Yeah, so there's our first healing item. So I'm actually just going to leave that on the board. So that way we can go ahead and grab it when we need to. I will say, on a positive note, I actually really like all the creature designs. It's one of those things where, like, ooh, here we're just going to go, we're going to start reducing the cooldown, so that way we get more attacks. You know, it's one of those things where, obviously, well, even though Pokemon wasn't the first one to do the creature collecting thing, a lot of designs are kind of similar to Pokemon designs, and I'm very much an originalist when it comes to those designs. And so I feel like a lot of the current Pokemon designs, a lot of them, not all of them, there's definitely a lot of good ones, but a lot of them are, I wouldn't say very Pokemon-esque. You know, a key ring is just kind of like, I don't know about that one. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of there. Okay. But these ones are all really nice. They all feel, you know, they feel like creatures. I think that's the important thing. When you start getting to, like, bags of trash and ice cream cones, they don't feel like animals anymore. They feel like, honestly, they feel more like Digimon. But I do really like all the designs here. Now, I'm wondering if there's going to be any kind of evolution. Our main weapon here, it looks like we have more upgrades that we can give it than our skills here, so I'm not sure what happens when we get to that maximum value. Okay, we're taking a little bit of damage there. Let's keep going, reducing cooldown time. Although now we have a creature named Dorothy. I mean Dorothea, but still. Yeah, okay, having that extra health regen is definitely helping us out, kind of get back up to a neutral value. Neutral value? Just a good value. Just a good value. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, come on, you stupid fly. There we go. Okay, we have critical chance, or we could just get more. Ooh, this is all kind of interesting. We could just reroll. Honestly, I might just reroll. I kind of want just like move speed. There we go. Yeah, we were getting to a point where there was a couple guys who were kind of quick and were putting me in trouble, so I wanted to be able to move a little bit faster. Oh god, he was, oh man, Dorothea picked up some speed there. I wasn't ready for that one. Yikes, 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 yikes. Okay, can we get above 10? I would like to get above 1 hit away from death. Actually, let's go ahead and... Oh, okay, we get a new one. Do we want to go for Edge? Edge is pretty cool. We could also go... Oh, and starting at level 2, maybe we just go for Kiara. Lightning powerful enough to choose its own targets. Sure, let's go for Thunderpurr. We actually... This is why we left the healing on the board. Oh, God, I'm getting surrounded. Okay, let's get Snarky leveled up. There we go. Nice. Okay, full health. So let's go ahead and grab all these flowers. Got the bees. Not the bees. Okay, okay. I can't see anything. These trees are blocking my line of sight. How many more? 4 more. Okay, now give me something good when I do this. Oh, collect all XP. Okay, nice. Let's go same. Do we want to go? Yeah, let's go skill cooldown. Here, let's go Snarky. Snarky's been with us for a long time. Let's get Snarky to max. So the way the skill, the little icons look like, it's almost implying to me, oh good lord, oh good lord, oh good lord, Jesus, Jeebus criminy, get me out. Hang on, I can't look down here because I get surrounded in like an instant. Especially with those bees. Come on, kill it, thank you. The big diamond is almost implying that there's something to kind of get when you get it to max, but it just said strengthen. It didn't look like it was any different. Alright, new boss. Bjorn the mouse. Okay, can we sneak through here? We can. Fantastic. Let's grab this experience. Hopefully get a level up here. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Oh, no, we're just going to get it. Okay, so let's go for... The question is, I think I might go for more heal over time, because if I can get to 5, that's every 2 triggers I get another hit, rather than 3. Actually, it's not even 3, it would be 4 triggers. Oh god, he's faster than me. Alright, come on Sid, do me proud. Do me proud, little buddy. Prove to the world that fire is the best starter type. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, we're good. I was gonna try and go left, but then I got too surrounded. Okay, we gotta branch out a little bit. Gotta branch out a little bit. Go back into some open air. Oh, Bjorn's almost down. Take him out. Take him out. Come on, burn him. Burn him. There we go. Okay, so we got some food up here. See, let's pick up these purples before we pick up the blues, since these are worth a lot more. I'm assuming they're worth a lot more, I'm going to be honest. Haven't really been able to look in the top left, because as soon as I look away, it's like I get completely surrounded. Okay, so let's get that Flower of Life. There we go. Okay, we definitely want the boots. We want to be a bit faster. Muddo. Oh boy. Ooh, some big experience now. Now we're getting yellows. God dang, he's so fast, man. Like, if we didn't have any of the movement speed improvements, we would be so dead. Which, to me, is like, it's a big negative. Like, I think you either have to give me some kind of evasive. Like, you got to give me some kind of dash or something. Or I feel like you need to just increase, even with the 5 movement speed increase, I don't even feel like I've improved all that much, to be completely honest. I mean, obviously there's the big speed boost when we level up, but other than that, I don't feel like I've increased my speed all that much. And I feel like it's just, I don't know, it feels like it's very easy to get trapped by enemies, especially if you don't have any kind of like dash to get out of the way. Okay, let's go for more cooldown. Maybe I should have gone for more crit chance for more damage. But like this guy, right? Like he's so fast. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and let's grab Edge. Edge just sounds cool. We get him at level 3 already. Oh, Edge seems super strong. I might have needed to pick Edge for earlier. Okay, let's go ahead and level up Edge. Edge seems really strong. Edge is doing way more damage than everyone else. Hold up. Hold up. Oh god, Edge, help me out here. Help me out here, brother. Clear these guys out. Edge, level yourself up. Get to max. You seem like my strongest creature right now. Get my stupid mouse out of the way so that I can actually see. Okay, we got ducks. Ducks and little tadpoles. Okay, let's start grabbing some more crit chance. I'm not really sure how much crit chance that is. Hopefully it's not like 1% and that gives us an additional 5% because there's no like frame of reference on there. Okay, added Devere. Weird creature name, but okay. Let's go for, again, skill cooldown. Let's just get these flying fast. I'm actually going to make my way up to around the food. Actually, should I just grab the food? No, I should wait. I should wait. We can just hang out near the food. Okay, that's... Yeah, so if you have things like this, where you just have like a random log that I can't walk through, you got to do something to make it visually distinct, so that way I know I can't walk through it. Because otherwise I can get myself stuck, and then just have kind of a death that was not necessarily my fault. And that's just like a feel bad for the player. Okay, we're gonna sneaky through here, which was potentially really dangerous. Look how fast these frogs are, man. Holy crap. I want that speed. Okay, we're at full health though, so I don't need to grab the food. Let's just keep going for crit. Alright, and then let's go ahead and close out the boss. Edge, you gotta hit the boss, bud. You gotta hit the boss. Okay, you just shot at nobody. You gotta hit the boss. You gotta aim... Oh, there you go. There you go. Nice. Nice work. What is that? Blue apple. Well, there's no possible way I can get that right now, so we're gonna have to circle around. Let's max out our crit chance. And then let's circle around and see what that blue apple is. It's probably just another heal, which I'm gonna feel bad when I pick that up right now. But there's like a part of me that says, you know what? Nah, I'm going to keep it there. It could definitely be like, it's probably not a magnet because the only magnet we saw was we had to clear an event for it. It's probably not experience. We haven't seen anything, you know, like a big chunk of experience yet. So it's probably just another heal, in which case I should definitely just leave it on the board. Okay, can we take out, thank you. Can we do the same thing? Nice. Way to go, Sid. Be nice and consistent, boy. Let's keep leveling up Sid here. Sid's been doing work. Oh, I was like, what just hit me? I wasn't near anything. Nope, now we got toxic pools that I gotta worry about. Okay, slow down, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Oh, it's a free level up. God dang, man. So fast. This one you can at least kind of predict the pattern, though, of where they're going to be. Okay, Edge. Again, you gotta shoot the boss, buddy. You gotta shoot the boss. Alright, come on, Lilac. Give him the what for. Give him the what for. Thank you. Way to go, Edge. Way to go, Edge. Get the big damage. Way to go, Edge. Nice work. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Let's see. Let's go. Let's max out Lilac. Lilac's actually doing pretty good work. Yes. Get him, Edge. Get him. Nope. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. We got to back up. Got to get a bunch more life. Oh, God. Ah, freaking A, man. We were almost there. I don't know what the end state was. I'm not sure how we actually clear it. Yeah, Sid doing good damage. Yeah, Edge was clearly the second best there. So yeah, besides that, so I don't know actually how to unlock any of these. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, it does look like Edge is doing pretty good. Oh, this is all literally the same person. So then other than that, we just have these level up system here, which, you know, is the one that I'm not like super big on. Now that being said, some of these upgrades, this is the weird one, right? Well, there's a couple weird ones, but I mean, we just did almost a complete run. I'm wondering if at the end you get a big boost in these crystals, because it's 5,000 for one health regen. That seems a little ridiculous to me. Some of these are a little bit more fair. But one other thing that I want to point out is if we actually take a look, there's not really a whole lot of difference between the creatures. Especially like, so if you take a look at the movement speed, everything is super slow. It's not like, you know, you look at Edge and like, oh, maybe he's a little bit faster. No, not really. And if anything, he actually drops down to only 3 hits. So again, I'm not sure what this HP number is, because like you'd think this is his stats. So I don't know what this is. Maybe this is when you get him to max level. I'm not entirely sure. You actually have this one who's actually, well, actually, see, this is another weird thing. 40 HP realistically is not a big difference from 35. So I don't understand the difference there, because every hit, the only thing that was doing 5 damage was actually the poison pools, which is at the very end. Everything else was doing 10 damage, regardless of what it was. So there's really the only real difference here. Edge is the only one that has a different health pool, right? Everything else is 4 hits. So the difference between, yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure, because the stats aren't incredibly different. There's really no incentive to choosing a different creature. I mean, you get different attacks, but you get different attacks anyway as you collect the creatures. So I'm not 100% sold on like how the stat system and the attack system is currently working, especially since, you know, if you look at something like, from what I remember, I only played a very short amount of it, but obviously there's going to be a lot of comparisons between this and Temtem Swarm, just because Temtem Swarm is kind of the most well-known creature bullet heaven at this point in time, just because they just came out with their, are they in early access? I think they're in early access right now. They just dropped that, right? So a lot of people have been making content on it. But in that game, I believe you can it's like a skill tree for each individual Temtem, where in this, the only meta progression really doing is applying to every creature. So I'm not exactly sure why you would necessarily be incentivized to choose a different creature. That said, like we talked about here, during the gameplay, I think the movement is just, it doesn't feel great. It is a little slow, and it kind of requires you to go into movement speed, which if you're doing that, it means that you're not going into damage or regen. I think also the fact that there's just like no destructibles on the island is a little strange, especially since, again, it's almost like they're going for a more like difficult style gameplay, right? And what I mean by that is just like you have not a lot of health. And the weird thing to me is that damage never scales. So it's not like when you start the game, you know, enemies are like level 1 and they're doing like 2 to 3 damage at a time. And then later on, enemies get a lot stronger. They get to, you know, whatever level, doesn't really matter. But then they start doing 10 damage. It's like, boom, 10 damage right off the start. So the only real difficulty difference is more enemies and enemies that are faster than you. And you don't really have any way to dodge them. You just kind of have to like preemptively move around what you expect them to do, especially the ones that are a little more random, like the flies. Yeah, so I don't know. This one, I was kind of hoping for good things from this one, and I think it's fine, but you know, and it's a demo right now, so to play this, it's actually free. But I feel like this one needs a lot more work. You know, the fact that like, obviously the crystals were changing colors, and the higher up you got, they got into like yellow. In my test run, I actually didn't get that far, so I didn't know if they changed colors like that. The yellow and red were just far easier to see than the first couple, which were gray and like teal against a green color. They just blended in a little bit too much. Now, even if you wanted those colors, I think that they should probably just be like, clearly you can see everything here has a black border. I would say just make the crystal color, I would say highlight it in white, just to make it a bit easier to see. And, you know, enemies could also be kind of tough to see, just because they're all, a lot of them kind of blend into the background too. Not as much because they're moving, so you at least have, you know, a little bit of like differentiation and something to like focus your eyes onto. yeah, so like I said, I don't think it's an awful game by any means. I think it just needs a lot of work. There's certain things that is just like, I'm not sure why you wouldn't include it when bullet heavens now are such like, you know, a predominant game type in the roguelite sphere, that there's a lot of, if you're making a bullet heaven, you've very likely seen other ones. And so it surprises me that there are certain decisions that would be made. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. And of course, if you did like the video, you had fun with me today, would you kindly smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more roguelite action. I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.